out my other videos. You might find them interesting. And I've got an old-fashioned sort of engineering workshop in the UK, and repair anything pretty much from steam engines to tractors. But I love doing this sort of thing, and it's all manual machines. So I thought I'd just take on a little tour. I mean, if people are interested, I do watch other videos. Keith Feder and Mr. Keith. I've obviously done, looking through other people's toolboxes. So if there's a bit of, if you want to see that, just send us a comment. So here it is. Here is the Wagon of Doom. You see, it's a massive, great thing, and it's a bit of a job to take a video because I've got my granddad's motor sitting here. But he's very kind to let me have this bit of the shed to put it in. But let me show you what I've done so far. So at the front there is a bay window which a local carpenter made me. Not strictly original, but a lot of them have it, and it had a tiny little window in, and I think it just sort of sets them off quite nicely. And underneath here we've got the sort of business end. You've got the turntable. Now I have restored this. It took me 4 months from start to finish. Had a new spring made. I had all this brake mechanism. I made it all myself, all the screw, and had the handles cast and made all them brackets. I lined it all out myself, painted it with coach enamel. So that's that part, and then as we move along we've got the next bit, which is called the belly tank, which pretty much like a dumping ground at the minute, but that's all been done and it's all lined out as the rest of the turntable there. So that's the next part, and then we go right to the back, which there's no axle on it at the minute because it's in the workshop. We're working on that at the minute. But there's another little belly tank at the back which I've still got to repair, and we've got to put these big steel girders on, and there's all the new pins which I've made in the shed. So that's the project, and we'll be doing it sort of in a couple of weeks time, so I'll do some more video of it, and I'll put it up, see what people think. So here we are on the roof. I'm just sort of dangling on the ladder at the minute, but it's a fiberglass roof which we did ourselves. Don't know if it's the right thing or wrong thing to do, but it's made a nice job of it, and it's nice and watertight because I spent a lot of money inside and I don't want it to get wet. But here's some of the cut glass windows which are all etched, which are all original. So we're just going inside the front door of the caravan. And as you can see, there's not a lot going on this wall. Now, I'll put some pictures up on how it was when I bought it. And basically, it was just so badly gone. The fireplace, the chest of drawers, all riddled in woodworm, dry rot. So I've had to replace the whole lot. But it's as it was made back in 1935 with hand tools, and I've made it exactly the same as it was. So I know it's not original wood, but what do you do? So, but I've done this panel a little while ago. A nice bit of sign writing there. I was very pleased how that came out, and a nice little scroll there. Now there will be a set of double doors here with cut glass, which I have already done, ready to go on. I just have to make the top of the viewer. But I've made the rest of it. Need to wax them drawers a bit, but all the drawers are done. The fireplace is pretty much done. It's at home. That's what I've been doing sort of last week. But let me show you in the bedroom. Turn the light on. So in the bedroom, this is the room I've nearly completed, but that is the pattern, like the gilded pattern I've done with my initials on, Rob and all lovely French polished wall, all lovely old fashioned door locks, light switches, these panels have been replaced, and you might be able to see the little joint there, where I had to cut them out because the panels were impossible to get out without destroying all that original bit up there. So I decided to just hand chisel it out and put a new panel in and then try and match it, but it's in the bedroom. I mean, as long as the outside's, you know, the main room's alright. So then the other ceiling panel is all gilded again with all mahogany trim, which was a fun job. And there's a bit of cut glass, you can see a bit of a job, but all lovely woodwork. Then there's more gilded patterns on that. Now all these panels will have a little pattern around them, just haven't got, you know, round to doing them at the minute. But there's the bay windows been made. So this is part of the bureau. Now it's the little insert where you put your letters and, you know, bits and pieces. So I made this from scratch, and I went to Dorset Steam Rally. There was a load of wood in a skip, and I sort of took it home and made this from wood that was out of a skip. And, you know, I did buy a lock, I think, from Dorset for a couple of quid. If it does work, oh, there we go. But it's all got like baize lining, and it's all sort of nicely made. All hand cut dovetailed little drawers there. This wood on the side is beech, which was bed slats, which I found at the rally. That one's got no baize in it. But then there is some secret drawers which I did make, which are in here. So you can hide stuff, I suppose. I shouldn't have really showed anyone, but there we go. So that part's going to go in the bureau when I've done it. And then below here we've got the front door, which has all been varnished, got my name on it. And I'm just waiting for some chrome bits to come back from the platers of the letterbox and the hinges and the door handles. And then that can go on, which is very exciting. There's a view from outside looking out. That's the cut glass window, and we've got the rest of the cut glass windows there ready to go on when we've got a minute and when I finish the painting upstairs. But then in these like bags, I've got all the original crystal globes. Now that is a thing of beauty. And I've got the lamps that these go on. They're absolutely massive. So I've got to be ever so careful not to break them. But I'm just getting a few bits chrome for the lamps, and the two lamps go by the side of the fireplace, which is here, and there's a few little holes for the fireplace. The main hole's there, but just blocking it up to stop all the poo-poo coming down. There's another panel here which is French polished and then gilded over the top. Now I'll have to show you it when I get a bit further, but there's 3 cut glass mirrors that go inside there and another chest of drawers. But we'll move on to the kitchen, which isn't strictly original, because when I got it, this is sort of a kitchen, but I don't know if it was made. I'm presuming it was a bedroom one day. But if you're going to take these things out, you need, well, I love cooking, so you've got to have something to cook. So in the minute this little gap, we're trying to repair these panels. But this stove is from a very kind lady who let me have this lovely vintage Calagas cooker, LPG. So that's going to go in there. It's got a little badge inside that says 1934, so it's about a sort of similar age. We've got butler's sink and a solid wood kitchen. So that's one of the sort of first things I ever done. Bit of a job to see at the minute. Got a caravan fridge, like a three-way fridge in there. Go near the door so you can see it. I'm going to change the panel and try and make it as old looking as possible. So that's that little piece. And then I thought, well, I don't know if I've got enough storage, but I've got a little gap here, so I made these lovely drawers like everyone seems to like these days. All out peely and all hand cut dovetails again, and they've just got various bits and pieces in a minute, ready for the next stage, all the taps, and I don't even know what's in there. Oh, bits for the shower, so you'll be seeing that. So here's the bathroom. There, that good. The bathroom door. I know it's a bit overkill with that on there, but whatever. What do you do? So then the bathroom, I've got the toilet. Oh, there's another lamp there. It's a bit of a job to see with this camera, but that's where the loo's going to be. And I've hidden a modern toilet system inside a solid sort of sapele mahogany box with a brass push button, which I sort of made in the shed. And then we've got some lovely shelves and a mirror. Woo. Blue and white sink. The blue and white toilet is the same, and then we've got a blue and white tiled shower with a lovely old-fashioned sort of brass sort of mixer tap, I suppose. So yeah, there we go. I mean, it's not too cramped in here, to be frankly honest. I mean, I'm 6 foot and I can fit in here really quite nicely. So again, the ceiling's a little bit different because it's got, I can't remember what that lamp's called. So I think it might be called a luminaire or luminaire, something like that. So that's all brass. That's better. With gold. I've got this panel round the wrong way. Didn't realise till I've done the other side, but I haven't even screwed it in. It's just in there by sort of pressure. So I've got to turn that round and finish off the beading round there when I get this middle bit done. So I know it looks like I've got a lot in pieces at the minute, but it seems like you have to sort of do bits and pieces as you do. But the ceiling panel is sort of the next project. I've just been tracing the original pattern off there today, and I'm just gonna go and paint that in a minute. As you can see, these panels are all original, and this hole here is where the gas lines used to be, with a gas pipe. Now I don't know if they're original bits, not too sure. I've kept all the bits and pieces, and I mean I have got electric lamps in here with a lovely sort of greeny shade, which are quite nice. But I mean, here's the oh god, here's the original sort of gas lamps. I mean, I'm not too sure. I've sort of grown to like them, but I don't know. We'll see. We'll keep them for the minute. So, oh, there's the little wardrobe in the bedroom as well, which all sort of painted. Another little gilded panel at the top. We've just got to do the beading around there and finish painting it off in there. And we've recently replaced this floor. So that's 1880 solid mahogany out of a school, which we planed up and fitted. It looks lovely. I mean, it's a little bit dirty at the minute, but once we get most of the woodwork done in here, it should look lovely. So there we are. I mean, this room is 10 foot by 8 foot, and it's, I mean, for a caravan it's pretty big, but you know, we're getting there considering what it was before. So let me take you around the other side. Just go down the really wobbly stairs. So that's part of the old fireplace, which all that wood is just like charcoal. One little spark and it would have gone up in flames. So this is round the other side, and I haven't done anything to the roof. Like I have the other, I've made them little ferrules that go along the roof and this little protected bit of wood to stop the water going in the windows. So I've got to do that at some point, but you can see the turntable a bit better, and the lovely brass hubcaps. This side has got the doors on, which is quite a treat. So there's the doors again, more gold leaf. inside cupboard number 1 is where the electric goes in, and hopefully we're going to be able to fit a little miniature boiler in here so I can have a shower with hot water, hopefully. Because after you've been, you know, on a steam engine, well, I want to wash, but but yeah, this is the other side where the axle's going to go. I haven't got the strength to lift these massive girders up on my own, so I'm just waiting for a free weekend where my dad can sort of help us lift them up. And then right at the back, there's sort of roof overhang, and that has been, well, it's got the aluminium on that side, but it's a lovely thing. You see all the excess fiberglass on that wood there, so we've got to just sand that off before we put the panels on the outside. But can't put the panels on the outside until I get the axle on, because I need to move it out to do it. But, there, and there is the drawer of the caravan. Now this bit of wood, I replaced it because it was all rotten on this end, so that was a bit of a task, and all this pin is all stainless steel, all brand new, and gives you a bit more of a view of my braking system. Now this is only a handbrake because these brakes are very, very old, and they're off an American chain-driven lorry. So all this you see here, all this, and the lever, and all this brake mechanism up here, and all the screw, I've all made all that gubbins. So when you turn this handle, all it does is pull that screw along and let the brake off and on. So, but it's only for when you're stationary. Ooh. So these little ones here are for some bits of threaded rod that used to bolt on there. You can see the pattern. So they hook on there, and then when you're stationary, you used to put them down, then you have a lovely wooden leg, and then you used to tighten them up to stop the caravan rocking. Don't know what for, I don't know why it's rocking, but well, I'll let you find that one out. There might be a better view of this lovely bay window that we made length and cut glass and stuff by another guy who made an absolute fantastic job of it. Just needs a bit more sanding and another coat of varnish when we get that far, and obviously the aluminium on this side and that side. So we're now inside the workshop, and this panel just sanded down a little while ago. That is the main ceiling panel, and we've got the axle, which is off of a grain trailer. It's a new one. I had to saw it in half and weld an 8-inch piece in there because it just wasn't long enough. I've had to make all these brackets to hold these actuators. Just go in there like so. So that will push the brakes on when you push the foot on the lorry. That will push that. And I've had to drill the wheels out because the studs were metric and the wheel was imperial. So I have got to make some wheel nuts because I don't really like these sort of model looking wheel nuts, and I want them all to match. And of course on the front I have to make sure it was all a bit of an odd bodge together. So that is the wheel nut off the front. We've got a bit of hexagon stainless steel, so we are going to be making 20 of these. Well, 20 of these actually. It could be a little bit different. It could be a countersunk instead of that step. But I'll do a video on how I'll do that.